Hi, and welcome to the Balancing Act Dallas-Fort Worth edition. I'm Monta Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and people who are making a difference. So let's see who's making a difference right here in your neighborhood.
Coming up on today's show, see how the Vogel Alcove is mending the hearts and minds of homeless children from all around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Learn about the hydrating therapies and rejuvenating techniques that make HydroPros IV so invaluable to its clients. Discover the life-changing charitable mission spearheaded by Veritas Ministries, and learn how the international leadership of Texas is using a curriculum packed with 3 languages to form the leaders of tomorrow, and much more.
The work undertaken by Family Services can have a huge impact, just like our next story.
In the shadow of a global pandemic and the economic decline brought with it, the problem of homelessness has never been more pressing.
The causes of family homelessness can be a lot of different things. It can be any of the traumatic effects that happen to a family, whether it's drug abuse, being incarcerated, whether it's just literally having bad luck and losing your job and losing your house.
The Vogel Alcove is a Dallas-Fort Worth-based charitable institution founded in 1987. They're dedicated to the growing problem of homelessness, especially homeless children in their hometown.
But Dallas ISD has records of over 3,000 children in Dallas ISD that are homeless. When you're a young child, 0 to 3, your brain is just developing. The PET scans will show that the brain looks totally different for a child in trauma and a child that's not in trauma. And so it's very important that we intervene during those times to make a difference so that that child's brain's developed correctly. It literally will make a difference in their life the rest of their life.
The Vogel Alcove knows that keeping those less fortunate, fed, and healthy, both physically and mentally, help families break the cycle of homelessness.
Well, Vogel Alcove totally intervenes into that cycle. The easiest way to say what we do is we rewire brains, we repair hearts, and we restore families. The rewiring the brain is about the early childhood, intervening and to make sure children are on track developmentally. The repairing hearts, again, a lot of our children come with very big, challenging behaviors, and it's just because their brain is in trauma, and so they are in flight or flight mode. We have specific curriculum to help with their social emotional development. Then we also have a behavior intervention plan for them, and we put them on, and then we also have our child therapist that's on site that works with the teachers in the classroom and also provides play therapy for the children. And in terms of restoring families, then we have our Parent Opportunity Center. We really provide ongoing case management with a team of master-level social workers. And then we provide job-ready training, like working on a resume or interviewing skills or GED or ESL classes. We're working with parents to try to get them into school or into a training program because they may have a job, but they will never get out of poverty with the kind of job they have.
If Vogel wasn't in my life, I feel like I would be in a rut because I don't trust just anyone with my kid, and they love on him here. They teach him. I feel like they're giving guidance. He's gaining social skills. Just feel my life it would be hard.
Well, we're very excited about the building that we have. We actually have 50,000 square feet in an old elementary school where you can serve about 134 children anytime during the day. Our outdoor environment, we have an all-natural classroom, and so everything on that playground is natural except for the AstroTurf, and that's because we live in Dallas, Texas, and it gets to be 110. Out there you'll find a art area, areas for rolling and jumping and climbing, a brand new greenhouse that we're very proud of. We even have solar panels on the greenhouse so the kids can learn about solar power. We do have our mental health program is embedded into our early childhood curriculum classroom to really teach children social emotional skills. Homeless children are about 4 times more likely to be ill than other children, and so we have a pediatric nurse practitioner that's on site. Part of our health program, we feed the children 3 times a day. We have breakfast, lunch, and afternoon snack.
We operate on a budget where we have to raise roughly about $5.5 million, and we live in a very generous community. And so my role is to work with individuals and corporations and foundations and really help them understand the impact of what their donations can do, whether they're small one-time gifts, whether they're monthly recurring gifts, or if they're substantial, large, major gifts. And without that, we would not be able to do what we do each and every day.
We really are committed that these little kids, whether they're an infant, a toddler, or a preschooler, when they grow up, they will not be homeless. That's our goal, truly breaking this cycle.
I lived, like so many of us do, in a bubble, and when I saw the impact this organization does in terms of really getting to the root issues and really working to get them independent and self-sufficient, how can you not be inspired and just feel the impact of what the organization does?
To learn more about Vogel Alcove's mission, visit vogelalcove.org or thebalancingact.com.
We all know how important staying healthy is. Check out our next story.
When it comes to our basic health needs like catching enough Z's or drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water per day, most of us are easily distracted. In fact, 75% of Americans deal with chronic dehydration.
So the symptoms of dehydration can vary pretty significantly from person to person. Some of the more common ones are going to be things such as fatigue, headaches, migraines, weight gain, and over a long enough period of time can actually lead to pretty serious kidney complications as well.
HydroPros IV specializes in innovative hydration therapies as well as cosmetic procedures that can help clients feel great and look rested.
So IV HydroPros, we've been around for about 5.5 years now. We are an IV therapy company. We provide remedies for a variety of common everyday ailments. So as far as people that can benefit from these treatments, really I would say anybody. From your business professional who may be working long hours and drinking a lot of coffee and not hydrating themselves well, to a first trimester pregnancy who is experiencing a lot of nausea. Athletes young and old, we're really geared to take care of just about anybody. Our typical client who's going to come into the store will usually contact us via social media, by phone or text message. Depending upon your symptoms, we can sit down and really kind of figure out, based upon what we have to offer and what it was that brought you in the store, we can kind of mix and match and provide the most appropriate therapies for you. We do have a menu, and the way I like to describe it is kind of like a menu at a restaurant. So one of the most popular items we have is called the Myers cocktail. It's intended for overall health as opposed to being something that's symptom specific. But for example, if a client were to come in and say, hey, I want to do the Myers cocktail, but I don't want that particular additive, I want to do something else instead, we can mix and match things to the client's specific needs and desires. If somebody had a morning where they woke up and just didn't want to get out of bed, we can send one of our medics or nurses directly to your home to provide the IV therapies there. What's additionally kind of cool about how we do things is we have the ability to adjust for a variety of different size events. So we've done bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, golf tournaments, large music events. So we've actually done events where we've done 200 IVs in a day. So generally speaking, the effects are almost instantaneous, which is the real beauty of doing things intravenously. I can't tell you how many times someone has called for a migraine, or maybe they were hungover from overindulging, and maybe a third or halfway through the IV therapy, they're already telling me how much better they're feeling.
Going in, I actually came off of a really rough weekend. I had never had an IV before, besides inside the hospital, and they were like, no, these are actually different, full of vitamins. Immediately, I was feeling great.
We do B12 shots for energy and people who may be feeling fatigued. We also offer injections that help with weight loss and bariatric therapies. In addition, we do Botox and cosmetics for people who may be concerned about improving their appearance.
So we offer a variety of cosmetic injectables here that do a wide variety of different things, from decreasing wrinkles to adding structure and volume to the face. We also have a cosmetic injectable that decreases submental fat in the double chin area. And then we also do a lot of different procedures that stimulate collagen growth in the facial areas. So the convenient aspect about coming in here is we do combination therapy. So a lot of our IVs are really good. They complement fillers. So fillers are made with hyaluronic acid, which is found naturally in the body already. They pull hydration to different parts of the body, like the connective tissue and the eyes. So whenever we inject the lips, that hyaluronic acid actually pulls hydration to the body. So with a combination therapy of being hydrated with our vitamin infusions, your lips actually look more plump and fuller afterwards.
The end result is always to make sure clients look and feel their best.
So with Botox, patients can normally expect to see their results in about 2 weeks, but with filler, you see immediate results, which makes me so happy. There's no better feeling in the world than to hand the patient a mirror and see that smile on their face or hear wow come out of their mouth. That makes my heart so happy.
Really what it comes down to is when you come in here, we want to make sure that you're walking out better than when you came to us initially. So we really like to make sure we're sitting down, we're listening to what our customers are saying, and that by the time you've walked out the door, you're happy that you came to see.
To learn more about the rejuvenating services offered by HydroPros IV, visit ivhydropros.com or check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
Our next story really shows the difference giving back can make.
The constant hustle and bustle of modern life can make it hard to slow down and really appreciate the wonderful experiences and opportunities we enjoy. The unfortunate reality is that so many human beings struggle to keep their stomachs full and roofs over their heads, things many of us take for granted.
Two of the most glaring statistics that are so mind-boggling that they're almost hard to believe is that 1 in 4 people in this world have no access to simply clean drinking water. Roughly 1 billion people live on less than $1 a day. You know, I think a lot of times we as Americans think if I can't donate $1,000 a month or $15,000 or $20,000 to an organization, I can't make a difference. But when you break that down and realize that 1 billion people live on less than $1 a day, it's like, well, goodness gracious, I got an extra $1.
Russ Donley, an Oxford-educated doctorate candidate in religious studies, began the Veritas Ministries in 2005. Established as a beacon of hope, Veritas Ministries is a non-profit evangelical Bible teaching ministry with a strong focus on finding purpose through helping others.
I started off, living in a small country town on a horse ranch and barely knew anything outside of the state of Oklahoma, let alone outside of the U.S. Started my career playing professional golf and was very unsuccessful as such and ended up having to get a real job. But that experience got me my job at Major Account Sales for Kinko's. Made really good money and honestly didn't have to work all that hard, but it was just empty. There's got to be more to life than this, to the point that I didn't want to go to bed at night because I knew the sooner I got up, the sooner I'd start another day. So I quit my job and the boss said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I don't know, but not this." And a friend of mine, he was a missionary at the time, said, "Hey, we're going to Nigeria if you would like to go." And I was like, fantastic. So I went on my first mission trip simply out of boredom. Day 3, we're sitting around having dinner, talking. And it just dawned on me at that point that what I did that day actually made a difference. It was a feeling I'd never felt in my entire life, and it was a feeling that I will never forget and changed my life forever. One of the things that we always try to do is both reach the felt needs as well as the spiritual needs of people, because there's the old adage of people don't care what you know till they know how much you care. There's people in need everywhere. What we try to do is find the areas that there's nobody to help those in need. And we try to fill those areas, whether it's an orphanage or water wells or, just different things of that nature. And that opens up the opportunity for us to share the love of Christ. We've been in ministry for almost 17 years, and it's just been this ever-evolving, ever-changing organism that kind of has gotten us to where we are here today. A lot of people say, "Oh my gosh, that job must be so rewarding." And it is, but you also realize just how much hurt and need there is in the world. So now, it's not so much I dreaded going to bed because I had to get up and face another day. Now I dread going to bed because I know while I'm asleep, I'm not able to help people.
The amazing breadth and success of his charitable endeavors leaves Russ Donley uniquely positioned to offer advice to those looking for a deeper purpose in life. What can they do?
I'm reminded of a story of the kid that's walking along the beach, and the tide had brought in all these starfish that were stranded on the beach. And the kid's walking along, he's taking the starfish and he's throwing them back into the ocean. And an old man came up to him and said, "What are you doing? You'll never make a difference. There's too many starfish. You can't save them all. You can't make a difference. Little kid bent down, grabbed a starfish and threw it in the ocean, and he said, I made a difference to that one. Try not to look at the fact that, 1.8 billion people don't have water, but look for one person today to make a difference in their life. Veritas going forward, I want us to change more lives tomorrow than we did today. So call me, email me, go to our website, make a donation. However you feel like you want to be involved, let us know. We will get you plugged in, I can assure you.
To learn more information about the life-changing humanitarian mission of Veritas Ministries, visit veritasministries.org or check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
Good education is so crucial, and these children are learning in a new way. Let's watch and see what we can learn too.
The modern world is under a continual state of evolution and development, shrinking the world day by day. So why do so many educators continue to use outdated and obsolete methods and curriculums to teach the adults of tomorrow?
As a parent, you always want the best education for your kids. Public school, you had to make sure that you lived in a certain area where schools are exemplary. In private school, you pretty much had to take out a second mortgage. I realized that the kind of education that is offered in the public system lacked the languages and the cultural component that I grew up with.
Every kid that's part of our organization, as soon as they come to us, they are going to start learning English, Spanish, and Chinese.
Eddie Conger spent 20 years in the U.S. Marine Corps before founding International Leadership of Texas, an exemplary charter school serving more than 20,000 students all over Texas.
While I was in the Marine Corps, my 4 children were with me in Okinawa, Japan, and I saw how fast my own kids picked up the Japanese language. And then so when I returned to Texas, I applied to the State Board of Education to have a school that had a specific mission to prepare kids for exceptional leadership roles in the international community by emphasizing servant leadership and mastering English, Spanish, and Mandarin Chinese, and strengthening the mind, the body, and the character. And then in 2013, we were able to open up the very first year with 2,500 students that wanted to be a part of this different way of receiving an education.
I was born in Hong Kong and I grew up in Costa Rica. All my life, I have been exposed to multiple languages and multiple cultures. When I found out that there was a school that taught the 3 languages that I speak, and to know that it's a public school, that it's free, I told myself, I don't care what it takes. I need to find a way to get my kids here.
Perhaps the most unique aspect of International Leadership of Texas is the cutting-edge approach to teaching languages.
At kinder through 5th grade, it's a dual language program between English and Spanish. 4 out of 6 days, they receive the Chinese language. So we've got about 110 or so international teachers for Chinese and about the same number for Spanish. One of the great things about our school, by having teachers from all the different parts of the world, the kid in the classroom is not only learning the language, but they're getting the experience of learning from the culture of that international teacher. We have international students, primarily from China, so the kids are learning the language from each other, but hopefully they're learning the culture from each other, and most importantly, hopefully they're developing long-term professional relationships. We each year have taken students for 30 days to China so that the kids are able to see at least 4 or 5 different major cities. They're also able to interact with Chinese students. And the kids who come back from that experience, their world has changed. Our kids last year got over $40 million in scholarships, and we had less than 400 students. We're seeing kids get into the top universities in the United States. It's a combination of 2 things. It's the language, but it's the leadership component. Every kid, every year, in every grade has to come up with a service project that they would like to do themselves. And they have to advocate for that service project. And if our kids understand servant leadership, if they understand others before self, if they understand when they leave here they have a responsibility for others, I promise you they're going to be able to change the world. The cost to the students is zero. But what the students and families would need to do would be to log in to iltexas.org. And if there is a seat, then they're automatically in. But if there's more applicants than seats available, then by law, we conduct a lottery. We're going to prepare kids for exceptional leadership roles in the international community by emphasizing servant leadership and mastering English, Spanish, and Mandarin Chinese.
你好，你好，你好吗？
And then strengthening the mind, the body, and the character, the essence of who IL Texas is.
To learn more about International Leadership of Texas, visit iltexas.org or check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
Well, there are more and more benefits than ever when it comes to using essential oils.
That's right. From helping our immune system to sanitizing our hands or just providing stress relief, they literally have become essential.
And here to tell us all about it is Mr. Anthony Pedraza, who's the president and CEO of SpaRoom. Welcome to the show, Anthony.
Hello, thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
I love this, and the smells are just, I wish we had like smell-o-vision, Montel,
Absolutely.
Right? Because we have lavender, eucalyptus, I mean, hundreds in between. Essential oils, Anthony, they're just so beneficial. Why?
Aromatherapy, as we all know, has been used for centuries. It's been more evident that consumers are realizing the actual therapeutic and health benefits of them. Essential oils can boost your mood or even provide immediate relief when needed. For example, you have lavender, which is relaxing, peppermint, which is refreshing, and eucalyptus, which is invigorating. The two most common ways to enjoy are diffusing and a topical application, which these are not ingestible. Overall, the use of aromatherapy can make a positive impact on your mind and body.
Now, something that's become a part of our daily lives right now is hand sanitizers. Mm-hmm. So talk to us a little bit about how you're helping when it comes to hand sanitizers.
Our focus as the nation's leading aromatherapy brand was to not only meet the CDC guidelines of 60% alcohol, but also provide a product that will moisturize your skin and smell great.
And we should know that some of these essential oils like lemon and even some of the orange juice do have antiseptic capabilities or properties themselves, correct?
Correct. So the lemon and eucalyptus that we did decide to put in there, even orange, also does provide some antiseptic relief.
And I love the diffusers. You brought so much here, and we do appreciate it. We're going to take it home, right?
Different types.
But
right?
Look at the diffuser. This one's fantastic. And also for the children, look at this little night light as well. And then you got the big mama here. Look at that one.
And when you actually absorb this and smell this and, inhale this, you're giving some antiseptic properties into your sinus cavity,
Absolutely. So, Anthony, great diffusers. Tell me more about the displays and how they work. It's just great.
Now you have your humidifier sitting there, which is good for your bedroom or any other room in your home, as well as the diffuser that you turned on initially. That's actually our number one selling diffuser. There's a lot of benefits with obviously using essential oils and different types of applications with some of the products you have in front of you. And when I'm feeling under the weather, I add some water and drops of my personal favorite, our Breathe Easy blend, the essential oil directly into the humidifier or diffuser, and I feel an immediate relief. It cleanses my nose, my nostril, and my throat. We like to pride ourselves on quality, features, and functionality at an affordable price, which we believe is differentiating us from our competitors. And all of the products that you see in front of you go through a very intensive testing method before we actually launch the product.
Anthony, for our viewers who'd like more information on how to get any of these products, where can they go, dear?
You can go to SpaRoom.com.
Well, thanks so much, Anthony, for being with us today and sharing this with all of our viewers. I know they're going to love it.
Thank you so much, Anthony. More protection, Montel. You can never. All right, have enough of this. And if you'd like more information, go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Clean hands, clean heart.
They've been a family-owned business for over 90 years. Lewis Bakeries was founded by three brothers who mortgaged their mom's house for $300 and opened a bakery in a southern Illinois cabin. The bread was delivered daily by Model T trucks to local homes nearby. But because it is so good, it has grown to become a national favorite. And today, my junior sous chefs and I are rising to the challenge and creating healthy sandwiches using their delicious half-loaf breads. Meet the crew. Daphne and Lena, give a wave.
Hi.
Are you kids ready to have some fun?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, here we are. We're at our sandwich making stations, and we polled our panel. And they told us some of our favorites. What's your favorite sandwich? You have one particular one when you come home from school, you're like, yeah, I want to have a what?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly? I can make peanut butter and jelly happen. I got peanut butter, I got jelly. Okay, let's get our cutters out and start making our bread look ready for kid-like things. What do you want to use this one? You like this one. You said it looks like an eye before.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, let's do this. You're going to do the cutout. You're going to put it in the bread, push down, and cut it out. You want to be a star? You want to be a big star or a sun?
Sun.
You want to be a sun? Okay. Get on there and give it a good push. I'm going to be a star. I'm going to be a star. We have all the things here to make our sandwiches, including Lewis Bakery's half loaves. There are 16 different flavors, and today we're using 3 of the most popular: the nutty oat, the Hawaiian, and the honey wheat. So let's get creative. Right now, the kids are going to cut out everything. I'm going to take this scrap bread. Don't think we're going to throw it away. We're going to take this, kick it over to the side, and we're going to make some bread pudding for dessert tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. All right, kids, do your cutouts, assemble your sandwiches. I'm going to be back here for a taste test in a minute. Well, the whole time, I got a few tricks up my sleeve over here. Check it out. After all, look, half loaves are genius. They're great for singles, small households, or big families like mine. I like variety in my house, so we like to mix it up a little bit. Over here, check this out. This is the ultimate club sandwich. It's a club I want to get invited to. There's ham, there's turkey, there's bacon, there's tomatoes, there's hard-boiled eggs, sprouts, all made right here with the whole wheat. Check this out, nutty oat. You want to make a nutty oat avocado toast? I got mashed avocado and oven-roasted tomatoes, a little bit of fresh basil and olive oil on top. Incredible. And then right here, 12 grain. Berries and cream cheese for a breakfast grilled cheese sandwich. These are absolutely amazing and delicious. But I have to tell you that my favorite one right here really is this. My new friend, Joey Buck. He's got hair made of carrot. He's got eye made of cucumbers and olives, a nose, and the whole time the Hawaiian bread gives him a place to stick his big cheesy teeth out of. Folks on a healthier diet might not eat that much bread because it can be high in certain nutrition elements like calories or carbs or fat. Lewis Bakery's Healthy Life flavors are a better choice. They've got a sugar-free option, and right now, back at the lab, they've got a keto-friendly bread coming out in the making. This is going to be absolutely incredible. And for more information where you can find this luxurious, delicious bread, go to lewisbakeshop.com or visit our website, thebalancingact.com. Remember, this has been a quick bite. Well, that's pink. I like that. Remember, kids, let's take a bite out of this. But chew slowly.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.